the great enmity that we find in Genesis 3:15 is between the woman's seed and the serpent. And the prophecy says that the seed of the woman would crush the serpent's head, and the serpent would be successful in wounding his heel. Now, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 17 picks up on this verse, on Genesis 3:15. Go with me to Revelation 12 and verse 17, which we've read before. It says there, and the dragon, let's see if we have the same four elements. By the way, the dragon in verse 9 of Revelation 12 is called the ancient serpent. So the dragon is the serpent. So it says, and the dragon, or the serpent, was enraged. See, there you have the enmity. Was enraged with whom? With a woman. There's the third element. So you have a dragon or a serpent, you have enmity or rage, and you have a woman. And then it says, and he, that is the serpent, went to make war, there you have the enmity again, with the rest of her offspring. I prefer the King James, with the remnant of her seed, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So do we have seed in this verse also? Absolutely. We find the same elements in this verse as we found in Genesis 3:15. We find a woman, we find a serpent, we find enmity, and we find the seed of the woman. But you'll notice here in Revelation 12:17 that it's not the seed that is being spoken of, the seed of the woman, but the seed's seed. Notice the last part of the verse. It says once again, he went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Now the question is, who is the seed of the woman? Because this is the remnant of the seed of the woman, the remnant of her seed. Now the seed of the woman, we're going to notice, is Jesus. But this is the remnant's seed. So in other words, this is the seed's seed. Now, let's notice John chapter 12, verses 23 and 24. John chapter 12, 23 and 24. Here Jesus is speaking about his death. And notice what he says. Most assuredly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat, by the way, that's him, it represents Jesus, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains what? Alone. But if it dies, what happens? It sprouts again and it produces what? Much grain. So you have one seed, which is a grain of wheat, falls into the ground, dies, and as a result of its death, it sprouts forth and it brings forth many seeds. Are you understanding? In other words, these are the seeds of the seed, of the original seed, that died and sprouted up. Now the question is, who is this solitary seed who brings many seeds into the world? Let's go to Galatians chapter 3 and verse 16. Galatians 3 and verse 16 identifies this solitary seed, this grain of wheat that Jesus spoke about. It says, now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He does not say, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to your seed, who is whom? Christ. So the question is, who is that solitary seed, that grain of wheat that Jesus spoke about? He's talking about himself. But let me ask you, when Jesus died and sprouted forth to new life or resurrected, did he provide the means where he could have many other seeds? Absolutely.